LeBron James, one of the greatest basketball players of all time, and Michael Jordan, the greatest basketball player of all time. Or people say there has been a long-going argument over the course of however many years, debating who's better, Michael Jordan or LeBron James. If it were up to me, they're both phenomenal players. One does not have to be better than the other. They can be equally skilled. They both have accomplishments that define their career. Michael Jordan going 6-0 in the finals and being finals MVP every year. LeBron James recently winning a championship with the LA Lakers. Now 4-6 in the finals. Michael Jordan, yes, has more success in the finals than LeBron, but LeBron has made it to the greater stage more times than Michael Jordan, so you can debate. The stats show LeBron James beats Michael Jordan in every stat category. The stats show that LeBron James is a better player. Many people agree to disagree that LeBron James's finals don't count. They say even though he went to the finals 10 times in his career, it doesn't matter because Michael Jordan won 6 times and won every single time. So LeBron won 10 times and only won 4, and 4 recently being like 3 days ago. So people always bring that into play. People always bring Michael Jordan made it to there 6 times and won every time. Finals MVP every time. But you have to give LeBron his credit. LeBron is doing what most people can't even do. Most people can't even make it to the finals. And LeBron has done it 10 times. And he has gone against phenomenal matchups every single time. Look at the Warriors. Not even the 73-9 Warriors. The team that he actually came back 3-1 that no one has ever done before. 73-9 Warriors. I'm not even talking about them. I'm talking about the Warriors with KD, where LeBron unfortunately lost both years. You gotta give LeBron his credit. He's been fighting his entire career to make it to that spot. Yes, he started off with the Cavs, and in his MVP seasons, he couldn't make it to the finals and win. He couldn't make it to the finals and win. So he decided, I need help. He goes to the Heat, brings home 2. But you gotta think about what he had to do after that. He came back to the Cavs. Took him a year, but he came back. He went to the finals first year, lost. Went to the finals second year and won. After he won the second year, everyone loved him. People were burning his jerseys. People were dissing LeBron, talking about he's the punk. His championships don't count. Nothing counts because how he got it easy. But now he brings the championship home to Cleveland, where he initiated, where he started, where he said he was going to do from the jump. You can't knock him down for that. And now, after that, he went back to the finals 3 more times after that, I believe. And then he didn't win, but he still went to the finals. He still brought his team. He made the Cavs a championship contender team, a championship winning team. Then he goes to the Lakers, a team that hadn't won the championship since Kobe in 2010. He goes to the Lakers. He gets injured in his first season there. They don't make the playoffs still. But the bounce back that happened. Yes, you could say he acquired AD. Yes, you could say he got the help. He got the background help. He got the role players that he needed. Because LeBron, he picks his teams. We all know this. LeBron picks the players on his team that he wants to be around. The players that he thinks are best set up to make him a more dominant player that he can rely on. But he brings AD in, and now they win a championship. What more do you want from this man? What more can he do to solidify his greatness? I will say it. LeBron is the second best player of all time, in my opinion. I believe he is the second best player of all time, behind Michael Jordan. And I will explain why I choose Michael Jordan. But my argument here is LeBron James is the greatest player of my generation, who I grew up watching. LeBron James is the greatest player of our era, of our generation. And Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time. LeBron is the king. Michael Jordan is the GOAT. We all know this. We know King James as he is. But MJ's the GOAT. Just look at him here. There he goes, holding the championship. There he goes, after hitting the last shot. There he goes, Michael Jordan, the infamous name, the greatest of all time as we know him, Michael Jordan. Mr. 6 rings, Mr. 6-time Finals MVP, Mr. 3-peat, 2 times. And in the middle of the 3-peat, takes a break to play baseball. Who else is more deserving of this spot besides LeBron James? Michael Jordan led his team throughout the finals. Michael Jordan, a 9-time all defense NBA, first team. Michael Jordan, a defensive player of the year as a 6'6" shooting guard. Michael Jordan, with all of his accomplishments, you can go down the list forever and ever. Michael Jordan playing while sick. Michael Jordan playing in a more physical and defensive era, in my opinion, than I think. Because nowadays the NBA is kind of soft. Like, you can barely do anything. You can barely check a player, touch a player. You can barely breathe without getting a foul. You can't even stand in the spot while playing defense. You have to play defense on the side because if they drop and they fall into you, it's a foul. Michael Jordan in this era would score 60 a game. He would average 60. And that's not even a question. Just look how James Harden is scoring now. And Michael Jordan scored with more contact. He's scoring more difficult shots. James Harden, yes, he's a monster. I can't even lie. He's a scoring machine, but Michael Jordan was just better. He was more efficient. Michael Jordan was smoother. He was crafty. He was a shot creator. Exactly how you put it. He made his own shots, and he made them better. But to prove why Michael Jordan is the GOAT, championships aren't everything. Because if championships and rings were everything, Bill Russell would be the GOAT. Stats aren't everything. Because if stats were everything, Wilt Chamberlain would be the GOAT. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar would be the GOAT. Those players who achieved stat-worthy accomplishments. Wilt Chamberlain being the only player in NBA history to score 100 points in a game. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, most points in an NBA career. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar has all the stats, has all the rings, has everything. He is arguably one of the best in all time. He's on the Mount Rushmore of all time. But what makes Jordan the GOAT, what brings Jordan above all, even above LeBron, is the fact that Jordan, 6-0 in the finals. Jordan never went to a Game 7 in the finals. Jordan got it done in 6 or less. Against tougher competition, in my opinion. More defensive, more hungry, more physical players. 6-0. And every single time was Finals MVP. So that means that he but he was the most valuable player on his team. With Scottie and Rodman and all of them. He's the most valuable player every time. LeBron, he's done it 4 times. But LeBron he has gotten it even when other players have been that person that could get it. Kyrie could have got it when they went against the Warriors. He easily could have got it. Kyrie about averaged 30. He hit the last shot to win the game, to take the lead. LeBron got the chase down block on Iguodala, but Kyrie hits that shot. Kyrie wins that game. Kyrie steps up in that clutch moment. D. Wade, Chris Bosh, they played big factors in their wins against San Antonio, against the Thunder, even in every single finals. Ray Allen hits the last shot to keep them alive against the Spurs in Game 6. If Ray Allen misses that shot, LeBron is now 3-7 in the finals. LeBron has not taken a big shot in his career to give his team that edge, that lead, that possessive power of that championship. Michael Jordan against Utah takes it. He makes the free throws to get closer in the game, to bring the lead closer. And then on top of that, he gets the steal. Brings the ball up the court, sets himself up, makes the shot, with his own play. He sets the play up for himself. The play is set up for Michael Jordan to score. He hits the shot. He wins the game. LeBron James, as you see recently, don't get me wrong, the shot LeBron James passed up in Game 5 against the Heat, the shot he passed up, anyone would pass that shot up, honestly. I'm not going to say anyone, because Kobe probably would have took that shot, because Kobe, you know how he is. But LeBron James, you got to take that shot. Regardless if you miss, regardless if you make it. If you make it, you win. If you miss it, it's just another shot that just got missed. You don't become a clutch player. You don't become the best player by passing it to a role player. Yes, Michael Jordan did that. Michael Jordan passed up the last shot multiple times. Michael Jordan has also taken the last shot multiple times. LeBron, I don't see it. LeBron has that hunger. LeBron, he has them years. He has the experience. He has the knowledge. He has the mindset. He's a smart player. LeBron can do it. In year 17, being the Finals MVP of a team with a bunch of young players who are deserving, especially AD, very deserving of that Finals MVP trophy. LeBron James, 17th year, he passes up that last shot. He doesn't take that shot to show the power, the greatness that is behind it. The mentality to say, hey, I'm taking this shot, I'm making this shot, I'm ending this series now. He doesn't have that deadly drive. Yes, in Game 6, he said, hey, you know what, I'm taking over. He had a triple-double, a 30-point triple-double just about. He was averaging almost a triple-double. Almost a 30-point triple-double the whole finals. The whole playoffs, he was going crazy. 36 years old, I believe, 36 or 35, 17th year in the NBA. Most players in his draft class are retired, they're sitting on the bench, or they're not the best player on their team. They're not stars. They're not like that anymore. For example, look at Carmelo Anthony. Yes, he's an amazing player, but look how long he sat out. Look at his role on the team now. He's the third scoring option. And before that, he was a bench warmer. The Trailblazers are giving him another chance. LeBron is in year 17. Still the best player on his team. Still executing. Being the best. You can't allow anyone to take that away from you by saying you didn't take that last shot. You have to take that shot. You got to be great, LeBron. You got to do it for your legacy. You can't deny the fact that LeBron James is the best player of our generation. Growing up watching LeBron, you just got to look at it like, dang, this is good basketball. Because I don't know anyone else that can do something like this. I don't know anybody this big. I don't know anybody this size. I don't know anybody with this athleticism at this age that can do what you do consistently on a high level. No one. So you got to think of it. What's going to happen next? If LeBron James continues to execute like this, on this level, year 18, year 19, if he pushes year 20, where does he stand? Because right now, the GOAT of our generation, LeBron James, you see him, he's a household name. You don't know what his next move is. He's so unpredictable, he's so lethal, he's so good at what he does. But Michael Jordan stands as the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan stands as that standpoint. Michael Jordan also a household name. You ask anybody on the street, hey, you know who Michael Jordan is? Yeah, I know who Michael Jordan is. You ask anybody on the street, hey, you know who LeBron is? Yeah, I know who LeBron is. What kinds of questions are those? You know? People look at you like crazy, like, yo, why wouldn't I know who that is? The impact on the game. The impact that they made for their team. Michael Jordan bringing a team that wasn't a title contender. Improving, getting himself bigger. Putting on some more muscle. So he can adjust. They made a whole set of rules to stop Michael Jordan. And him adjusting to that. Beating that. took him a long time, but he beat it. He got past it. And when he got past it, they couldn't stop him. 3 times in a row. Three-peat. One of the only 2 teams to three-peat is the Bulls with Jordan. And then the Lakers with Kobe. Michael Jordan not only did it once, he did it twice. And the second time after a couple years break. Michael Jordan's stats, Michael Jordan's rings, Michael Jordan's accomplishments, Michael Jordan's pressure moments, Michael Jordan's times that he's been in that big moment where he needed to be that player. Michael Jordan's crafty shots, Michael Jordan's athleticism, all of that. It just outweighs LeBron's. Not by much. Not by much. Don't get me wrong. They are phenomenal players. They are amazing. But Michael Jordan has that edge. And until LeBron, even if LeBron gets 6, I still don't think he'll be higher than Michael Jordan. Simply because LeBron, you have flaws. Michael Jordan, yes, has flaws. It took him a while to get to the finals, same as you. You don't just get there first year and dominate. Because it takes a lot of time and that level. Mentality, it takes a lot of, with that authority, with that
effort from the game, like
strength, with that, you just
gotta
power.
You gotta work for that. It's not gonna come easy.
Solely on the ring aspect is wrong. Wrong to say. Because if anything, there's way more players with the same amount of rings, close amount of rings to both these players, and none of them are nowhere near as great as them. But these players, these 2 players, not similar in play style, similar in rank. Solely because of how great they are. And if you watch them, you will know. So give LeBron his respect. He deserves it. 4 rings, 4 finals MVPs. Shoot, a heck of a lot of us can't even make it there. And we all talking from the sidelines because we're not even in the NBA. Let LeBron live in his moment right now. Let him be happy. LeBron, you're the greatest of our generation. You're the king. Jordan's just the greatest of all time. We'll leave it at that. If you have your own speculations, if you have your own ideas, your own thoughts about this, your own viewpoints, whatever you want to say, go ahead and put it in the comment section below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what debates you guys have. Let me know anything that you guys got to say. Shoot, they're both good players. I hate to even compare them. I hate comparing players because it's just raw talent. That's all it is. Unless one player is obviously better than the other, it's just talent. And we can't do anything about that. They're both good. They're both phenomenal. Thank you, LeBron, for these years. Thank you, Jordan, for the years. Congratulations, LeBron, for getting 4, bringing the championship back to LA. Maybe you can do it again next year.